Alaikum. Welcome to my presentation. First, I want to give a short introduction about myself. I am Jaima rahman, a student of Gopalganj Science and Technology University, Department of Marketing, and my student ID is 23MK2052. Today, my discussion topic is the communication process. Mainly, I want to talk about the different model of communication process. So first I want to give a short definition about what we actually mean by communication process. So the communication process is the systematic exchange of information between a sender and a receiver through a common system of symbol, sign or behavior. It involves the creation, transmission, reception and interpretation of a message. In simple terms, we can say that the communication process is so the first model of communication process is Aristotle model I want to talk about. So the Aristotle model of communication is one of the earliest model developed in ancient Greece. It focuses on rhetoric, the art of persuasion, and is especially relevant in public speaking, debates, and persuasive writing. And in Aristotle model of communication, there are some key elements like sender, message, and receiver. At the second, I want to talk about Barlow SMCR model. So so the second model of communication process is Barlow SMCR model. So in the SMCR, S indicates source, M indicates message, and the CR indicates channels. So in this model apparently seems to be a one-way communication process, but it is not perfectly the one-way communication process because the model shows that a message is affected by a receiver. Receiver communication skill, attitude, knowledge, and cultural background, and social positions. And these are the potential source of noise. Thus, Barlow feels that fidelity of the message may be affected by noise. So he links fidelity with the idea of obtaining and the desired response. So it's about Barlow SMCR model. So the third model I want to talk about is feedback model. So the feedback model is the third model is feedback model. So according to this model, through our interpretations, the source encodes the message and then transmit it through a channel. The receiver on the other side, after receiving the message, decodes it and then interprets the message for clear understanding. If he wishes to send back his reaction to the source, he similarly decodes the message first and then give feedback to the original source through a channel. Thus, the model teaches us that communication is a two-way process involving multi-step for a successful interchange. So the fourth is linear model. Linear model reflect the simplest description of a communication process. The linear types of model show communication as the one-way flow of a message from a source of destination. Aristotle model also having the straight flow of a message from a sender to a receiver fall in a group. The fifth is interactional model. In fourth, we discuss about linear model, right? So the linear model, being a one-way communication process, does not provide for a feedback loop from the receiver to the original sender. If we want to give a definition what we actually mean by feedback, so feedback a return message from the receiver to the sender. So this feedback creates a dynamism in the communication system, and for this reason, this is highly essential for effective communication. But the linear model fails to account for the dynamic nature of human communication. But in constant, the interactional model account for this dynamic of natural communication through accommodating feedback in the communication process. So today we discuss about the five model of communication process. Again, I want to thank everyone for watching. So that's for today. Assalamu alaikum.